Enter the sanctuary. That was this year's ministry theme at Grace. Throughout history and the scriptures, sanctuary has always had two primary meanings. It's a sacred place, a place where we worship a holy and powerful God. And it's a safe place. It's a spiritual haven for the weak, the lost, the hurting, and the broken. It's a place where this big, holy God stoops to meet us right where we are. Here at Grace, we want to reflect these two aspects of sanctuary, and we do that through teaching and healing. We teach people the sacred story of the gospel. In fact, since last Christmas, people have heard the gospel more than 375,000 times through the teaching ministry at Grace Church. And through Grace Online, we've connected almost 250,000 people worldwide with the hope of Jesus. As a result, we're seeing people take their next steps toward Christ across all ministry areas. 3,000 kids and students were impacted by our family ministry teams this year. 8,000 adults took their next steps in serving, learning, and giving this year, with 2,100 people connected in Grace classes, 1,500 serving on Team Grace each and every weekend. And listen to this is amazing. 1,030 decisions to follow Christ since last Christmas Eve. That's incredible. Those are lives that have been impacted by all that we're doing here at Grace. All this teaching has one ultimate goal, and that's healing. We want people to enter the sanctuary, not just in an eternal sense, but in an everyday sense. We want to see lives change, guys, relationships healed. We want Grace to be a place of spiritual safety and refuge. That's why we partner with organizations like Commission 127, which has allowed our family advocacy ministry to serve 46 foster families this year alone. It's why we launched Grace Does Good, a day of volunteering at 15 different sites across the city to offer practical help. It's also why we committed to Grace Counseling. This year alone, we've had more than 7,500 appointments at our counseling centers in Orlando and Oviedo, saving over $1.4 million in counseling costs for our Central Florida community. We'll also begin construction on our Center for Teaching and Healing after the new year, giving us tons more space for counseling, family and child therapy, classes, groups, telehealth, and more. Your discipleship and generosity makes all of this possible. A year ago, we began a journey of generosity called the Good Initiative. For 6 weeks, we studied God's Word, gathered in groups, and prayed boldly about what it would look like for us to surrender to God in our giving, so that people can take their next step toward Christ. You see, our number one goal from the very beginning was 100% participation. And so far, we've had more than 2,800 people commit to giving over $29 million over a 2-year period. We checked in at the midpoint of the Good Initiative, and God brought hundreds of new people into this vision. If you have yet to take a step of faith toward Christ in the area of giving, listen, I want to encourage you to join us. I love you guys. I'm so thankful not only for the sanctuary God is building through us, but the one that He's building in us. Grace, good is ahead, and I believe that with all my heart.